السلام عليكم. Hello.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
كيف الحال? Can you hear me? Is clear voice?
Yes, yes.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us today.
Most welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So we are ready to start. So I would like to welcome everyone. And in the beginning, we would like to that everyone write what you do, where are you from, your business. Okay. So first, Khamis, welcome from Matruh City, Egypt. Hi. So please write where you are from. We have Mr. Ahmed Walid. Okay, from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Welcome, Mr. Ahmed Rajab from Cairo, from Egypt. Okay. Omar from Alexandria, Egypt. Soha from Cairo, Egypt. Yasser Basyouni from Jeddah. Cairo Sustainability Transformation Projects. You're more than welcome to join us. Samar Nagah from Cairo, Egypt. Abdelrazak from Alexandria, Egypt. Marwan Al-Kashif, Ascent Solutions from Saudi Arabia. That's fantastic. Omar Mohsen from Cairo, Egypt. Hamad from Alexandria. Momen Agak from Egypt, living in Riyadh. Sahid from Dubai. Zikrayat Salmin from Kuwait. Welcome. Karim Kamel from Egypt. Diego, professor of CTO in Sweden. Bahir Lotfi from Cairo, Egypt. Tani Youssef from Dubai. Muhammad Al-Atrash from KSA, working in manufacturing field, oil and gas. Muhammad Fakhri from Egypt. Niraj from Australia. Hi, everyone. Okay. So I think we have a nice mix today. We have some people from Dubai. We have from Turkey as well. Sudan from Turkey. Ahmed Hosni from Egypt. Sihab from Saudi. Shihabuddin, welcome. So I would like the panelists and instructors, please introduce yourself. So Diego, do you like to start? Then Muhammad, then Santiago, then Thomas, please.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning or afternoon, everybody. My name is Diego Galar. I'm a professor in Luleå University of Technology in Sweden and CTO of TSI, and working with industrial artificial intelligence, digital twins, and metaverse during the last 5 years.
Okay, this is Muhammad Shalan. I'm Vice President for digital transformation for BMI Saudi Arabia. And we are trying to spread the knowledge for the project management as well for innovation and project management. On the other side, also, I'm working as a consultant for business agility, where we are trying to engage between sustainability, agility, as well as the project management, so that to have a successful project and successful transformations.
Okay, welcome Diego, welcome Muhammad. So Santiago.
Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gents. This is Santiago Ferrer from the City Engineering Group in Spain. And so thank you so much for the given opportunity. I am the PM at the company involved in all the matters regarding the industry from 5.0, digital twins, simulation, and so on. So for me, it's a real pleasure to be here with all of you.
Great to have you with us. So Thomas.
Hello, Tomasz Stepinski. Today I'm from a city near Warsaw, but I'm located between Warsaw and France. So I'm right now working for Eviden, which is this part of Atos Group. But since I would say 10-15 years, I'm working especially in the IoT and industrial IoT domain. and Industry 4.0. So I'm also an expert of a National Polish Foundation for the Industry of the Future, and I'm very happy to be with you and to share some of my knowledge, and also, of course, to learn. Thank you.
It's great to have you with us, Hisham. Do you like to introduce yourself, Hisham Sobhi?
Yes, I'm Hisham Sobhi. I'm the Industrial Performance Manager for Bell Egypt. I'm responsible as well for the digital transformation for the site here in Egypt. Besides, I'm also one of the auditors of Operational Risk Excellence Auditor for the Bell Group globally. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us. And now I think we can start as per the agenda. So Muhammad Shalan, please.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay. You want me to share my screen from my side? Okay. Now you see my screen?
Yes, we see it very clear.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So thank you very much for having me here. Today, what I will talk about, I'll talk about how digital transformation is supporting the implementation of ESG goals. And in this, we have three main topics that we will talk about. The first topic will be about why digital transformation is changing the world now. So we understand how digital transformation is changing the world. Then we need to introduce the ESG goals and to understand what are these goals and how it is affecting our future, as well our work environments. The third point that I will talk about is how digital transformation is supporting the implementation of ESG goals. In here, I need to talk about three main topics, our drivers that's changing the world today. One of them is business agility. Business agility meaning that today there is a lot of changes everywhere. And these changes, in order for everyone, for every organization to adapt, they have to be a giant mindset where they need to innovate every time and to understand the circumstances and the environments they are in and take the decision at the right time, actually, as well at the right speed. The digital transformation itself is changing the world, of course, today, because every technology today is built of, every activity is based on technology to a major extent, so that we have to transform every time and we have to be wise in our transformation. The third point we need to talk about is the project economy, meaning that when there's a lot of agility, there is a lot of changes, you have to take decisions at speed, and there's a lot of transformation. Then also you have to have to measure the value for every step that you are doing, as well to divide your activities into projects and products so that you can deliver, because no more steady state operation is running for a long time, and every time we are moving from a step to another. Some point also I need to discuss is about how digital transformation is actually dividing the silos or blurring the silos. So today we have the digital and physical and biological, both are working and acting together. If you look before 15 years or something like this, the digital was just a few computers here and there, and they were like standalone machines working for some activities, specifically for specific activities alone. But what is happening today actually is this digital equipment is part of any physical machine. So if you are owning a car, for example, or a factory or anything, then the digital equipment is part of it. So there's a kind of blurring the lines between both. And recently, actually, also we are coming into the biological environment, or everything, even the biological. Today, you can go to the airport and without any papers, without anything, you can go through the gates and everything, just by identifying yourself through the cameras or face detection or any kind of technologies. So today, and there's this kind of blurring the lines between these. We are in one environment that we need to sustain as well. We need to discuss and see how we can benefit out of these mix between these old technologies. and environments, of course. This is taking us to another point, actually. There's a kind of collaboration that should be done between different teams always. These teams like a very big ecosystem from either contractors, vendors, suppliers, internal teams. All these teams actually should act now and collaborate in certain manner so that they can get the value out of the transformation that's happening today as well related activities. So, for example, there usually we used to work in silos. The finance team will work alone. Everyone will work alone. Technology team is working alone. Today, this is like, okay, it is there, but it's very limited today. And what we have a kind of sometimes cross-disciplinary, meaning that there is an activity that's done by certain department and is affecting different other departments or affecting the customer itself. So, for example, here, when we are talking about a process, this process will start, for example, at the technology part, the portals, something like this. Then it will go to finance, then it will go to supply chain, and it will be going to delivery. So a lot of activities or a lot of departments now is engaged to have the end-to-end cycle. And this now is coming more and more. And what is important for the end user actually is to have a kind of full journey. And more actually, sometimes we have more like interdisciplinary, where we have people to think from different disciplines and act. Like, for example, when you are talking about surgeries or something like this, robotics that's used in surgery, then we have to have a kind of mix between the medical doctors as well the engineers who are working hand by hand to develop certain products. And more actually, we will have like a kind of transdisciplinary activities where we have kind of the same for doctors, for example, working with AI, working with engineers, so that we can detect certain cancer, for example, or any parameters, from different pictures that's taken from big data, from a lot of activities. So this is a kind of, we are today in breaking the silos between the logical, biological, and physical. As well, we are breaking the silos between multiple departments and professions, so that we are trying to get value out of this. And and here also, in order to succeed for this, we need to have a change in our mindset. We have to have a kind of knowledge workers. The people who are working in any activity today, they should be trained every day and should be aware about what's going on. Also, we need to have a kind of business the process from end to end. It will be calculated. Usually, there was kind of boundaries between the financial department, the technology department, the supply chain department. Everyone was working in silo. Today, we have to find a kind of pathways between all these departments in order to get the value that we are expecting. As well, for a long time, actually, especially between the vendors and partners and contractors, there was a kind of boundaries that we are putting to mitigate risks and to avoid risk or transfer risk to another people. Today, we should not think this way, because when we are innovating, then this meaning that we have to kind of focus on the economic value, what value we are producing and how we are producing this value, rather than just protecting ourselves, because there is a lot of changes going here and there every time, and we need to take care about it and to generate value to our either end users or customers or whatsoever. And of course, here just a quick thing, actually, as we see in the fourth industrial revolution, now is changing to cognitive or something like this. While the first one, we have the mechanical manufacturing, then we have the mass production in the 19th century. In the 20th century, we have the IT automation coming, certain automation. But today, we have melting all these things in one, and we are having different aspects. When we are talking, for example, let me focus on smart cities or something like related to cities, where I have some heavy involvement sometimes. So these cities actually is kind of, it was up to the third industrial revolution. It was, we have electricity generated, we have huge towers, we have elevators, we have a lot of things have been changed. But what we are trying to accomplish today out of this is to add the fourth layer, actually, which is like kind of the resiliency, the harmony, to the humanity, so that we need to make our cities more human. so that we can live in better ways. We can have a lot of collaboration between all the elements in the city. And this is what we are trying to establish today in our cities, to harmonize it, to humanize it, also to add more resiliency, similarly to what we are doing in our bodies. Because our bodies is not only machines, we have the soul, where we have a lot of activities collaborated and doing the same thing. If we move to another part of what we are talking about is the kind of the ESG goals. We have talked about the digital transformation, how digital transformation changed us a lot during the last few decades, as well as technology and the transformation. Today, we need to talk also about how the ESG goals and why we are focusing on the ESG goals. The ESG goals is a kind of looking into our environmental aspects. So every technology, every business that we are doing should look into how this business is affecting the environment, how it's affecting it for the coming generation. So this is a very important thing and aspect that we need to think about when we are doing any activity. Similarly for social meaning that any activity that is done for long period actually of time, organizations, companies, people were doing activities without taking care about what is the social responsibility, how these activities or their activities are impacting the society itself. Today, we are more human. We need to think about how all these activities are affecting the society when we are doing any activity. Similarly, we need to talk about governance. Governance meaning that we need to make sure that we are authentic. We are doing our activities in a well done, in the best model that we can do, and keep improving our business models and keep improving, even if we are like profiting from our organizations. This is not the ultimate goal actually. The ultimate goal is to keep it actually sustainable and governed in a very good manner. If we dive a bit of the ESG goals, we can see this actually is like these components that we need to take care. It's part of the components, of course, just to take care about the ESG goals. So in the environment, we will look about how our business is affecting the climate, how it is affecting, for example, the waste, how we are managing the waste, how we are managing the resources we are using, the water and everything. How then all these parameters are used and utilized in our organization. So that also what's the effect if our industry, for example, is if our industry is having a lot of activities or a lot of impact on the environment, then we should find another ways to enhance this, for example. Similarly, for the society, we need to think how our activities affecting our employees, our customers, and our business owners or our stakeholders. Why this is actually because it's not only that you need to do business, but also we need to do business and to be mindful about the impact of this business on the society and how we can improve every time and how we can sustain. In the governance as well, we have every time to look about the business practices, enhance these business practices, see our transparency, how we are handling the data, how we are authentic with our people, and how we are enhancing and learning and teaching our community and our people. Among other parameters, I'm just naming a few of them, but it is like shedding the light on why we need to have a look on ESG goals, why we are doing business. And there's, of course, a lot of benefits for any organization that is utilizing the ESG goal reporting, because, of course, now today, the ESG is part. A lot of organizations is reporting, making not just only financial reports as have been done for a long time, but today they are reporting their ESG performance. And this is affecting, for example, the long-term value. How? Because every organization should deliver the value, and people should read what value you are generating for a long period of time, and how you are sustaining your business as well, your environment, as well the value for your children's coming generations. So all these things should be documented in a certain manner. Then also, when we are talking about investor alignments, people actually now, investors, when they need to participate on, when they need to fund a company, usually they are looking into how its performance in ESG goals, and all the financial organizations now, funding organizations, are considering these parameters and we will see some increase, or we will see some reports how this is done. And also the consumer focus. A lot of consumers today, when they will look into the history of the organization, the history of the company they are trying to purchase from. So this is also something, that some practice that we need to enhance, and we need to spread among people, so that they look into the performance of an organization before they are supporting this organization. And of course, all these things is required in order to have a sustainability in our business and provide for future. As well, there's a kind of reporting, how we are reporting this ESG goals. There's a lot of reporting techniques or reporting mechanisms, that's frameworks that's available today. One of them is the Morgan Stanley Capital International, which looks actually on the impact or the ESG goals, how it is for multiple parameters, that like what we have seen in the previous slide somehow. So, and they are evaluating every company and putting in these companies on a kind of scale similar to financial scaling for these organizations. When we are implementing the ESG goals, we need to take a few things into our account or into our considerations. One of them is ESG goals should be embedded in our strategy. So when we are having a strategy for our organization, then we have to look into this is how we are embedding these ESG goals inside the strategy, because it's not one-day job. It's a continuous job that we are taking and considering. The other point is the reporting, how we are doing our reporting, and every time when we are generating, when we are doing ESG activities, these should be reported in a certain manner. So we must have a focus on how we are reporting the ESG goals. The third thing actually is, and this is what was related to us actually, is how we are combining transformation and this kind of ESG goals. Because when you are doing any activity, when you are transforming activities, then you have to look into how this transformation is affecting your ESG goals. Let's have a dive deep actually in certain parameters. For example, one of them is when you are having a company, then you have to look into employee health and safety, and to see how this health and safety is important. You can have some kind of appliances to collect some information and see how your activities is affecting the health and safety of your employees. Risk identification and mitigations. Sometimes when there is a kind of some standards that we need to adhere to in order to have our organization in a good manner and in good shape for the reporting. So also the collaboration, how we are collaborating among teams. This is also very important thing that we need to think about. Similarly for collecting data, better insights. When you have some data, kind of data collection, this data collection will help you actually to provide and to have better insights for your future planning and something like this. Also, every activity that you are doing, it should be important for how you train people, how you are putting people into account and in your journey. Here, actually, we see some slide actually about how ESG goals is kind of becoming more and more in the reporting, how much more people actually is looking into these parameters today, and how they are handling this kind of so it's increasingly important, and year by year it's gaining more and more potential. In the third part actually, which is like I will do it in a quick manner because I think we are running ahead of okay, we have like 5 minutes to continue. So in these 5 minutes, just I will shed some lights about how emerging technologies and digital transformation will support the ESG goal implementation and reporting. One of them is like the Green Software Initiative. A Green Software Initiative that every technology company today should look, for example, how is that my data center is affecting the environment? How is my computing resources is affecting the environment? So this is a very important thing that we need to be aware of. Another thing is like artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a kind of, it can give, it's in the future, a lot of people will depend on artificial intelligence in their planning and in their collecting of the data. So today we should learn the artificial intelligence and make sure that all our activities that is expected to come, our outputs coming from artificial intelligence, to come in a very good manner that's friendly to ESG, to environment, social, and governance. Also, the trust of the data. The trust of the data, we have multiple technologies like, for example, the blockchain. Blockchain can help in making sure that the data is trusted. And when you are having certain of data, you can follow. For example, if you have some product that is configured or manufactured, then you can know if these components are coming from where, how these components are being used, and all of these things can be used and can be collected in the blockchain so that you can be aware about the full journey of this product, either as an agricultural product or something. Yes.
Mohammed, thank you. And that's a great presentation. Thank you so much. If in the last 30 seconds you like to add anything, what would it be? Okay.
So I think this is kind of presentation related to what I can need as I can jump to the last slide where I can tell you, for example, that digital transformation is blurring the lines. This is a very important thing that we need to consider, as well about the ESG goals. It's very important and how we are handling this, and everyone should be taking care about it. Then it's time now actually to act for every organization and to go into reporting and taking care about the ESG goals while they are building their digital transformation strategy. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. So let's move to the next panel, just for the sake of time. And please stay with us because we get questions and we will share it when we move on. Okay. So so now we move to the panel. Okay, and this is thank you certification. Thank you for sharing with us. We move to the panel, please.